Kevin Garnett and the Wolves are in the playoffs for the 4th consecutive season, but have yet to make it out of the first round. A struggle that has only fueled the drive and passion of the 23-year-old Garnett.
I will always have a fire within to where I want to be and what kind of person and player I want to be. I know I work very, very hard to get to where I'm at. You know, you have to understand, I'm coming from high school, you know, at an early age. You know, I'm not even supposed to be here. I mean, each year that you're in the league, and you tend to want to bring something new. That's why I've always and always will respect older players. To get to where you want to be, you have to have a vision. You always have to understand, and as if you was in that position that day. As a young kid, man, I was magic. You know, coming down, giving no looks left and right, and you know, sometimes like my mom, like, boy, quit smacking the top of the walls. You're messing up my walls. But Magic smacked the backboard, ma. You know, or I get some socks that are dirty. I'm in there, you know, throwing them behind my head. You know, I hit my sister in the head with the socks. You know what? That was James Worthy who caught that pass. You know, he just happened to have his hands in front of my sister's face and it just hit in the face.
The greatest team ever assembled in the history of team sports.
You know, as a kid, man, I used to look back and I used to always just want to be there. I used to just want to be there. Just put the camera in there and just run it. Let me see how they act. You know, I want to see Mike when, you know, before a game. You know, I want to see Charles when he's goofing off.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. I just want to be like Chuck. Mike.
I want to see them when they all, you know, joking around, when they taking the tape off, talking about who won in practice and who did what.
Charles, how you like the kick when we gave you? No. Come on now. I don't think y'all caught up with it. Oh, y'all crazy.
Whole second half of that. Tell him, DR. We maybe came down here once or twice. Please.
As a kid, man, they used to really enthuse me on just how they thought. The Olympics, you know, it's only a few that make it. Can't no one steal my joy. No one. Because here I am, probably. How far is Australia from South Carolina? Let's just say 24 hours away, plane ride. I will take that in, soak it up, and when I get home, squeeze it out. You know, it's nothing like experiences. It's nothing like memories.
Charles Barkley, 16 wonderful years in the NBA, one of the greats of all time.
Well, he set the tone as far as hard work. He set the tone to which not only Charles, but Mike Jordan and Karl Malone, and now it's Shaq raising the bar for, you know, even younger guys. So with each generation comes a footstep, and that footstep gets a little bigger each time it's passed on. And you know, you have to understand that now you're raising the bar for someone that's coming up after you. But we're supposed to be worthy, and we're supposed to set the standards in which it's played, and that's the difference in the great players and the good players. I've always closed my eyes and visualized me just grasping the trophy, not even letting anyone near it, just exhaling. Like, wow, I finally got here. You know, like my man Mike Jordan told me, man, he said, win the championship probably one of the hardest things you do in life. You know, and there's no better teaching than that. You know, I can taste it too, man. You know, I know, you know, in order to get there, man, I got to get out of the first round. There's a lot of things that I can achieve. I just got to work harder. I got to keep visualizing. I got to keep setting the standards. Got to keep setting goals, new goals, higher and higher, and going out and reaching them.
Well, it's certainly not surprising the success that he's had coming into the league straight out of high school when you get a load of the maturity and the perspective that he brings.
He's no different than anyone out there who grew up in a certain area of the country, had a team that you followed, a certain individual. You got up in the morning to read the newspaper. What happened? Some of us little bit older follow different generation guys as opposed to some of the younger ones. But think of the sense of pride he has in basketball. The fact that he knows where he's come from, where he is right now as a 21-year-old, how far to go, how far to grow. Wherever that mold is, I want to get that mold and punch out one and give it to each team that doesn't have a guy like him that has such a great sense of what this whole thing is all about. All he wants to do is be associated with greatness.
Yeah, Mike, what I love about him is there's a thirst for knowledge and there's a quest for wisdom. He wants to soak up all the experiences, pour it out into his hands, and wipe it on his face and put it inside him. That's great for young kids growing up today to watch a guy like this experiencing the track of chasing the championship dream.
And doesn't it just give you chills the way he talks about playing in the Olympics, as you saw?
Beautiful.
Kevin Garnett just can't wait to play in Sydney. And when we return, we're going to talk about some of his Olympic teammates who are battling injuries and what that might mean for Team USA this fall. First, a message from NetZero and a word